Big up to all those in YouTube land. Hopefully your Christmas hangovers have ended. With me and my boy in the shadows. JPT. What's good for you, brother? You alright?
Yeah, man, just a bit tired. Come back from a trip to New York or from New York, so 6 hour drive, or technically 7 hours because
Oh,
of
you drove?
yeah, we drove.
Oh wow, I thought you flew.
I mean, it's like a hour and a half flight, but it's like you just pay for the gas and just call it a day.
Alright, well, boys, I say, if you had a chance to digest our Boxing Day defeat to Fulham at home, if you had a chance to let it settle in, bro, for the first time in like 60 years, 50 years since, or
It's
even.
1979. Mm,
Um, yeah, well, not exactly. Our title hopes are gone. Our title hopes are gone. Big up,
exactly.
Latimus Prime, in the chat, in the building. This is a bit impromptu, so if anyone wants to pop on,
Yeah,
obviously,
please
if you're
join.
yeah, of course. There's the
I'll put it in my
stream
chat too.
as well. Yeah, put it in your one as well, JPT. Share it because obviously we weren't even sure if we were going to do this because obviously JPT wasn't sure what time he was going to be back from New York, and my missus has been ill, so hence the reason why it's a bit dark in my room. Trying to let the Catius one behind me relax. From DJ Crane. Sorry, I'm late. No one's late. Bit
No
of an
one's late.
No one's late because we were late because we were supposed to start 10 minutes ago. So that shows you how well organized we've been today. So yeah, have you had a chance to digest what's been going on, JPT? Like the defeat? Is it sunk in yet? We lost to our best London rivals at home, the
Yeah.
hated local enemy, our Spurs. Right. Well, it's true. It's
Yeah,
true.
it's true.
It's not as much hype around Arsenal versus Spurs, but they're our most hated North London, or West London enemy. Excuse me. Big
Yeah.
up that thing. He's spinning around. Big up Latimus in the prime in the building as well. Not got a feed on his camera yet. Not sure what's happening there. But yeah, give me your thoughts on the defeat to Fulham, bro.
I mean, we switched off after we went up in the goal. Great goal from Palmer. And I'll call it hazard-esque. Big up, bro. Big up, Prime. Um,
There
you
he
know,
is, victorious. Big up.
again, a game where we started 15, 20 minutes too late. Didn't get off and going. Um, it was a game where you kind of knew we weren't going to keep a clean sheet. It just matters like were we going to get a second goal. And nope, our attack let us down again. Jackson, another bad game. You know, on top of the Everton game. So I instead of people like we were laughing at Arsenal and Liverpool for dropping points to these guys. I was like, we still have to play them. Just wait till the karma comes to get us. But now fans are saying, oh, see, so maybe these Chelsea fans are right. They weren't in a title race. That they're eating their humble pie. I'm like,
Wow.
it's easy enough to say. It's like, hey, instead a lot of these fans tend to be Arsenal fans. Because Lord knows Manchester United fans cannot talk. Spurs fans even less so. Have fun or again dropping points. Big up to Wolves today as well with a very late goal to uh,
The
ruin
nice
their
Spurs.
holiday weekends. Yeah, but let me see here. And yeah, second half, I felt like we started off great in the first 10 minutes. But then we capitulated. We really didn't go into past second gear after we got to the goal or after we got our goal. And seeing of every fans online about what is it, Rob Sanchez. I mean, if we're gonna talk about it later, then I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, I'm not surprised that we dropped points, but surprised that we did lose in the manner that we did. And it goes to show that what do we need in January, and also realistically, what are we aiming
Big up
for
Barca. Big up Aces.
in
Yeah,
this
yeah.
window? Big up,
Whoa.
Mustafa, and big up Aces.
DJ Queen says, big up Primo. Well, thought it was your 30th when we went live. Uh, Palmer cooking Ed Sheeran
We'll
FC.
see. We'll see.
We'll see. But yeah, fair enough. Prime, what do you think about what happened with the Fulham game, bro? Give me your thoughts. Is he not playing FC 24? All right, okay, we'll come back to Prime. I just thought I agree with JPT's assessment on that one. Once we'd scored, we just lacked initiative, man. We just didn't put them to the sword. We just kind of like ended up going Mayweather style, ended up sitting further and further back, further. Is Prime alright? Like, kind of like did that, like you know?
He's probably just talking on a phone call. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So
no
I used
problem.
to
Yeah,
say,
just did you want to go off camera just in case, Prime? Like, I don't know. Yeah, okay, let's go. Just to make sure to give him some privacy. Just give him some privacy, man. Um,
okay, fair enough.
yeah.
Not your 30th, D 30th. Yeah, okay. No 30th. What
They
was
should
we
sum up
talking
for
about?
tomorrow. They should sum up for tomorrow because we usually do this on Mondays. But it
No,
is
no,
what
no.
it is.
This is a blues preview. This isn't a Blues Brothers. That's why this is not one of those episodes. This is something
But
separate. Because one thing about it is when me and JPD haven't been able to do a watch along over the weekend, we thought we might as well just put out something. And this is going to be it because unfortunately, tomorrow when Chelsea play again, I'm also going to be at work again. Because all the games have been midweek, so you know over the last couple of weeks. So that's kind of stuffed me. Prime, are you with us now?
Yes.
big up, bro.
It's a big up, dude. Like, what did you think of the Fulham game?
Oh, you can continue. It's fine because you were speaking.
No, well, I was going to say I agree with JPT's assessment in terms of we never really put our foot on the gas. We never really put, Fulham to the sword. We were all talking about it last week about how good their midfield was and how good they can string attacks together in their counter punch. And look what they do to us in the last minute, man. They counter attack us and sucker punch us, which was arguably deserved because they hang in there, man. Fulham's one of those teams you don't always rule out. They're playing good this year, and I thought, I don't know, man. There's just a lack of emphasis. What's the impetus from Chelsea?
Urgency.
Yeah, urgency as well. That too. Like I said, like we didn't really put our foot down on the pedal, even after scoring. Like we either start slowly or after starting quickly, go inept. What's your take on the Fulham game? You tell me what you think happened.
Uh, we started off well, but majority of the game we didn't control it at all. You know how I've been screaming all season about we don't control game. So what happens? Like you don't control games, you allow the opposition who have any bit of quality about them to grow into the game, and that's what Fulham continued. So Fulham were doing to us. Our forwards, poor game. Well, Jackson, in terms of the physical battle, did well against Bassi, Joachim Anderson, and Diop. But again, that's all well and good, but you got to score. You got to try and do something more. Palmer, poor game. Sancho did nothing. Pedro Neto, I think to be fair, he did have a good game, and especially considering the fact that he basically had to play right back because Gusto poor again.
Oh, it's terrible,
Um,
man.
Colwell, that is another goal he's conceded by just switching off. Like teams have punished us this season because he's failed to be aware of the offside.
Bro, I've said about
And
Colwell for the last month.
yeah, he's not like he started the season brightly, and I said that oh he's proved me wrong and stuff, but I held my hands up. But really, he's showing to be the center back. I always thought he was just not really good enough. There's talent there, but like he needs someone to just hold his hand. He needs like that leader, that alpha, but we don't have. Those are really hard to find in football nowadays. In terms of our midfield, Caicedo and Enzo, they can't keep they need someone else to step in. I wanted Lavia to be able to play in this game, so Caicedo could again play right back, and we can give Enzo a bit more freedom. That didn't happen, so we need another midfielder to come in January. Whether preferably bring back Ogbuchoku because he can actually play as a DM. Santos, I doubt he's going to come back in Jan. I think that'll be, I don't know, his loan situation. I doubt that's going to be able to him to come back. But yeah, just a very poor game, and the substitution so well from Rumoresca, the slow and poor as well. This you said Nkuku's not a striker, which is all obvious, but yet every time you brought him on, it's to play as a striker. It's annoying now. Can't keep doing this. You need to do something else to change the game. Whether that's keep Jackson on, playing Nkuku, in the 10 as a shadow striker, put Palmer out on the wing because, like, to be fair, Fulham didn't even try and congest the midfield. They played with a back five to nullify our wingers, and yet Palmer was still didn't do anything. We didn't play in opposition that tried to shut him down like Everton or Liverpool. He had the space and didn't do anything to utilize that. So either play Palmer out on the wing where he has a bit of freedom, or be ballsy and take him off because you have nothing else to lose at that point. If we draw the game or we lose regardless, then at least you tried something. But we're doing the same things over and over, and it's not working. Like that's the definition of stupidity.
Or insanity.
Yeah. Bring on Felix. Again, I don't rate Felix that highly, but at least he would have done something. Play Felix out on the left wing like he did against Southampton, and then have Kukurea overlap him. So then you have more creativity in the team. But it was just poor from everyone. And that game, more than the Everton game, this game against Fulham showed that, yes, we've been unbeaten in the last, 2 months, but we're not. This is why when Chelsea fans keep saying to rivals, we're not in a title race. This is why. Right. We're not. This is a team against, even though Fulham are good, this is a team where we've seen Chelsea teams of the past who have won titles be able to beat this Fulham side. You know, we would have turned up, won the game 3-2 or at worst, and gone away saying that was a tough game, but we hung in there and we got the result. We didn't. Was
that what it is though? Is that what this team lacks? Grit.
We lack control. We don't like, and that's why earlier in the season when the Wolves games, the Brighton games, everyone loved it. I didn't. You can't. That sort of football isn't sustainable. End-to-end football, basketball football is not sustainable. Any sort of team, whether you're a top team and when you're top in the league like at Chelsea, because we're fourth now, I think. But whether you're like just top end of the table, or whether you're like Spurs who are mid-table, playing this end-to-end basketball football is not sustainable. Because eventually your forwards will have an off day, which is what I said earlier in the season. Our forwards will have an off day, and your defense can't bail you out because you're still playing this end-to-end football. Like something we need to start controlling games, and it's on Enzo to be able. That's what he's supposed to be, our conductor in the team. And again, he's not doing that. We're not controlling games. He had a 2-3 game period where he did it against Leicester and Villa, and he stopped now. And you notice in the Leicester and Villa games, notice that Lavia and Caicedo played in the midfield. So I gave Enzo the space. Now that there's no Lavia, there's no protection. Enzo is still being Enzo.
Well, hang on. On that, actually, you mentioned that. And just quickly as well, big up Chelsea Blue and big up Forest Ray. Big up, boys. So you're doing well. On that, is that the problem? Is this Maresca's first big wall? The fact of like tactically he can't adapt, similar to Arteta, in the sense of you have a set way of playing, but when it comes to someone throwing a spanner into that, you're completely blocked.
Well, because Maresca was adapting earlier in the season, you'd have games where like for example against Wolves, where poorish first half, we start off brightly in the second half and we control the game. Same against Brighton, poor first half, second half we control the game. But lately, these last few games, he hasn't been doing what he was been doing earlier in the season, and identifying if you pick a lineup and it doesn't really work out in the first half, that's fine. You can go into the halftime and find the problem and fix it. And he hasn't been doing that. He's still persisting with gusto, playing inverted into the midfield. It's not working.
Yeah, it's
so either play gusto as part of the defense, or you got to play someone else. And you know what? I understand with injuries, you kind of don't have many options. You can't do Reece. You can't do Fofana. You can't play Caicedo there because of Lavia being injured. So at a certain point, either you play Gusto in a way where his weaknesses are really nullified, or be ballsy and play Achington. Like the next game,
our next game for a reason.
Our next game against, because we keep praising about how good Achington is. The manager spoke about how good Achington is against Ipswich. If Gusto's not working there for 60 minutes or even in the first half, be ballsy, take him off and bring on Achington. What's the worst that can happen? If Achington stinks, we're not going to blame the kid. We're not
Hang
going to
on.
blame him. No
Hang
one's
on,
going to
Prime.
get onto him.
And Prime, listen to this. Prime, listen to this. Mascara showed these signs at Leicester last season in the Championship. Mid-season, he had these troubles. Probably had to fix it with the fast with Chelsea. It's the Championship bad form lasted a while. Do you reckon that Maresca himself has a way of, as a manager, he has a way of like, maybe running out a puff mid-season? Because we did see Leicester throw away, what was it, like a 13, 12-point lead last season?
Yeah, well, I mean, Leicester last season, there was like context. They had like mass injuries to their squad. But then again, we have a few injuries this season in certain positions right now. Like he's a very young manager. This is his second season, so you're gonna have. This is a game where you're gonna have to kind of like learn and adapt. These past two games, Fulham and Everton, you've just come up against not even necessarily a better coach or tactician. You came up against an experienced tactician in Sean Dyche and Marco Silva, who have been doing this for years and know how to get through games like this. And we also have like a young squad. We don't have experience in a team that can just say, guys, just steady the game and see the game out. Like the second goal we conceded, Sanchez, what are you doing? Why are you trying to boot the ball out where Tosin is right next to you? You play the ball out to him, and then we can just see the game out. And if the game ends 1-1, then that's fine. But at least keep it there. Don't make things worse. And that's what we're doing. We're making things worse for ourselves.
Yeah, there's no composure. There's no composure. Yeah, game management.
No composure, no experience, no leadership, which is what Maresca's been talking about all season, about leadership. People
See, but the leadership stems from him, though, because he's the manager, the coach, however you want to put the description.
Yeah, but it also stems from having players on the pitch, and we don't have that. He's been trying to get players to step up to be leaders. Enzo has the captaincy. Caicedo is he's a third captain. He's a vice captain now because Reece isn't fit. You have Colwell, he's been saying needs more leadership, needs to step up. Tosin is an experienced defender that's supposed to have leadership. Sanchez is 27 years old. He's the oldest guy in the squad. He's supposed to have leadership, and he's still playing like a bozo. So it's just these certain things that we probably won't address them all in January, but in the summer, it needs to be addressed. We need a proper goalkeeper. We need at least one centre back to come in that is of quality, that is a leader, that can drag players up with him, like what Terry did with the likes of like Gary Cahill, like what Van Dijk has done with Gomez and who's the other guy, Matip. You need that sort of, like what Saliba has done with Gabriel. You need that sort of guy. But yeah, I'm not as angry per se as everyone else is, because like I've been saying all season that we'll start off brightly, but we will have a rock patch. We're going through this rock patch now. So I'm not like angry, because this is stuff that I've been expecting. But even still, like, we're just creating our own messes.
True. And yeah, and deals, by the way, yeah, Palmer and Sancho, we all said about earlier on about how Palmer didn't do nothing really other than score a goal, and then Sancho was non-existent. So yeah, we've touched on that, bro. But come and have your say when you're ready. Yeah, and we also spoke about the timing of the subs and the way he does subs. Yeah, it just shows a bit blank.
Which is weird, because earlier in the season, he was making subs quickly. Remember, he making subs at halftime against Liverpool, he took off Sancho. Making subs by the 60th minute, he would take a player off and change the game. So, like, you've shown before that you can do this. So, all of a sudden, what's wrong now?
It's like he doesn't trust the bench anymore. Like, this is the thing. It's true that he wouldn't be responsible. He would anticipate the subs first, and then it would be the opposition trying to be responsive to it. Now it's like, even if he makes a sub, it's a terrible one, and it's always like,
and it takes too long,
75 minutes or later.
Yeah,
it's a Poch thing. It feels like it's Poch back at the club. The thing is that Poch at least pulled a double over these guys.
Yeah, but the thing is, right, he can't even complain about like the squad, because you've been saying that you rate the squad. You've been saying that people go to football games to watch Palmer and Felix. Yeah, you refuse to play Felix. You said Nkunku's not a striker, yet you keep playing him as a striker. Right. So at a certain point, all the stuff that you keep saying, start doing it. I don't rate Felix and Nkunku, but at least play them in the right positions to get the best out of them. let Palmer have a bit more freedom. Because part of why Palmer was so great last season is because even though he would start off on the left, he would be allowed to drift. Palmer is not getting that sort of freedom this season. We're too, like, I get having structure, but earlier in the season, we'd be structured, but we'd have a bit more freedom to play within it. But now, it's like we're going through games just not having any sort of impetus. And that's kind of also on him a bit because he needs to set the tone, whether at the start of the game or definitely at halftime. He needs to start waking players up, which he was doing earlier in the season, where he would have a poor first half, but he would wake them up by a tactical sub or a tweak, and we would then go on and control and win the game. We're not doing that now, and I don't know why. And I don't know how long this will last. So hopefully it's just a few game blip, which isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world per se. And we've built up a bit of a lead on everyone else where
that lead's short now. Very short.
I mean, you say that, but like it's only Forest and the rest of the teams around us aren't that good. So or below us, I should say, aren't that good. So we can, we should beat Ipswich, but if we lose one of our next few games or whatever, I think we should somewhat be fine. But I don't know. This is
that brings us to the next question.
Stuff that's going on is easily fixable. But yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right. Because I'll drop this one to you next then. Because obviously you mentioned it, so we might as well talk about it because that's the point of the video. Do we even expect to beat Ipswich? But before we do that, Chelsea Boo's got a question, and he says, do you guys think that Maresca is trying to get a solid 11, or is it being the constant Tinkerman? Right, because obviously with our game against Ipswich, I think keeping a solid 11 is important. So, but does he have a solid 11 though? Because normally the people he would trust are the ones getting injured, the Fofanas and the Lavias and stuff like that. So, I don't know, Prime. What's your answer to that question?
I think we do have a first 11 because you're seeing Palmer play consistently, Neto's playing now consistently, Sancho's playing, Jackson's playing, Sanchez, Colwell, Correa, Caicedo, Enzo. So you are seeing a team, and you are seeing a spine that he has. But
is that spine good enough though?
In terms of challenging for the league, no. Which is why we've all been saying we're not in a title race. But in terms of getting top 4, definitely. Especially the way we started the season. We have all these problems, and yet we are where we are because we're still better than everyone else. So.
Fair enough. Big up Deals in the building. What are you saying, my brother? You good?
Big up, Mendon. Big up.
Merry Christmas, my guy.
Deal Sato.
Hope you had a good Christmas, Mendon. Hope you had a good Christmas.
We've had an all right.
You sound muffled.
You hear me?
Now better.
You hear me now?
Yeah,
you hear me?
Yeah, it sounds better. Sound louder.
Yeah. Did you have a good Christmas?
It was alright, bro. Everyone got sick. So,
What about you, Prime? And Wolfie?
Yeah, man, it was right. It was alright.
Christmas.
Yeah. My Christmas was alright. Still, I just spent it with the family and that.
I watched Home Alone.
Nice,
That's about the only constants in my Christmas, bro.
I got drunk and I was doing all the music and all that shit.
It is true.
Did you not get drunk? Did you not get drunk?
No, brother, I had to work through most of Christmas, so I couldn't get drunk.
I don't drink.
You don't drink? Okay.
Nah, I had to work the next day.
That's what Prime drinks. He drinks tears.
He drinks the Rivals tears. Yeah.
That's what you drink. But do me a favor, go on, Deals. Tell me what you think should happen, what you thought of the Fulham game, and then I'm gonna drop onto you what should happen at Ipswich tomorrow.
Well, I thought the first half, I thought we on the game wise, like Prime said, if we don't control games, this is what happens, right? Maresca recently his substitutions hasn't been on course, right? Why is he always making the wrong substitutions at certain timing, right? You're bringing on Nkuku for 20 minutes. Why can't you change the game? When you can see when it's not going right for us, you know what I mean? Again, Colwell, Tosin, look, their defensive issues right now has and Gusto as well, right? And Cucurella. I don't rate the fact that we're always playing Sanchez, but again, these are the issues. These are the sort of issues we have in the team right now, defensively. You know what I mean? So
Yes,
again,
sir.
the defensively, right? Has Maresco worked on us defensively? No, because the continuous things keep on happening. Where are we conceding goals from? Crosses. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Look at the crosses that we've conceded in certain games, right? We conceded in the Liverpool.
Ooh, I heard him say Liverpool, then it cut out.
Deals. Yeah, he muted himself. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
my headphones have gone. I think they cut it out. But yeah, like because of the Liverpool game, right? You look at other games that were this season, right, where we conceded in certain games and we've not come out with the result. Look, defensively, that's the major concern that we have right now. We
Hmm.
need a couple of centre backs in this January market. Now, are we going to spend in this January market? That's yet to be seen. You know what I mean? Because the other day, right, we've been hearing that we're linked to all centre backs. Like, what centre backs have we been linked to? You know what I mean? So again,
Bro, linked to these kids, bro. Like a
I
centre
said,
back, I would love for us to go get that's available. Milan Skriniar, experienced old head, is what we need in this defense, bro.
Yeah, in Italy, innit? Skriniar, yeah.
Yeah,
What about
Deals is everything Deals is saying. He's spot on, bro.
no? But the thing is, we've all alluded to it recently. The worst thing about it is this is the thing about Chelsea. Like they
yeah, but
either start
again,
off slowly or end
again,
slowly.
Wolfie, yeah.
It happens.
When Palmer goes missing, nobody wants to speak about it. It's
No,
like it's
bro, I've
Palmer
been talking. I've
FC.
been on, bro. I was on Palmer the other day, bro. Go and watch my
He needs to
video.
be
I was
subbed
on.
off at times.
Yeah, no,
Like,
but people don't want to speak about it when Palmer's having a bad game. When
you
No,
know
I
why?
James is
do.
having a bad game, it's not just Jackson in the attacks is having a bad game, bro. You know what I
No,
mean?
if the attack's having a bad day, generally, bro, like it was against Fulham, then it's all of them. It ain't just one of them. It's all of them.
Yeah, yeah.
And
And
that's the
another thing as well, I don't know if you lot have realized it, yeah, with Enzo and Casado. What's your thoughts on this situation? Because a lot of people say that Enzo and Casado they can't play together in certain games.
Yeah,
well, they
certain.
can.
They,
I
they,
mean,
they,
they've been
they
getting
only
better.
depending on the game state, they can't play together.
Mhm.
And it's
Yeah,
not.
but-
It's like it's because of Enzo's defensive frailties. That's why we can't. Remember under Conte, the 16-17 season.
yeah,
You know, remember how there'd be certain games where he would just play Kante and Matic instead of Cesc because of
yeah.
Fabregas's. That's a better way to say it. Fabregas's lack of like defensive work rate. So he just play Kante and Matic, and he just bring on Cesc in the second half to like chase the
Pick
game.
ho- Yeah, pick holes. Yeah.
But we can't do that because Lavia's out. So we have to keep playing Caicedo and Enzo, and Enzo playing, especially now in the Christmas period, Enzo playing these back-to-back games.
Prime, do you think
need
there's a
something else.
do you
Yeah?
think there's a possibility that we call back Santos in January?
No, I'd be very surprised. We probably, I'd be very
Leslie.
surprised if we do. Bro, Leslie,
We need a
I want
ball-winning midfielder. We need a ball-winning midfielder.
Bro, I was so furious that we let Leslie go out on loan and then we kept Cassidy. Guy's putrid, bro. He's not good.
Cassidy.
He's not. Bro, I don't like Cassidy at all. He's not.
The hype is
good.
dead.
The fact that we kept him and let Leslie go out on loan, and Leslie's not even getting game time. At least in this squad, Leslie.
You know what's annoying though? You know what's annoying though? Prime, yeah. He keeps on. Maresca keeps on awarding bad performances. He needs to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Because the more he awards bad performances, that's when.
Well, did
that's
anyone?
when
Hey,
yeah,
Dills, did
go
you
on.
see what happened with Madwiki this week and about how we've aired our dirty washing in the air again as well with Madwiki? Because I'm not being funny. Up until like this week, I didn't realize there was a problem between the two.
Yeah,
As
that's
well.
what I thought. That's what I thought as well. But
So,
Wolfie, do you think that's something to do with the ownership, or do you think it's
No,
yeah.
that's what you were saying about maybe a bit of bad coaching. In the
Yeah,
sense of maybe, don't get me wrong, yeah, in terms of a playing style of football or whatever, you could argue that all day long. But one thing I will say is you're seeing maybe the best and worst about Enzo. Maybe in the best of the sense of he tries to play everybody, but not
Yeah.
necessarily everybody to their strengths. Like
Yeah.
Prime and you have both alluded to, because one thing about it is realistically, Lavia is our only true defensive midfielder, correct?
Yes,
100%.
and I've been saying that. People saying
Wait,
Caicedo's a
no,
defensive mid. He's not.
no,
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 he
no, no,
isn't.
no, 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 he's not. We all know that. Well,
No,
he's a
but
ball
he's more.
carrier.
He's more. Yeah, yeah. Like you said there, Wolfie. He's more like a ball
Yeah.
carrier. He's
And
not
me,
a. He's not a. He's not a DM.
yeah,
He's
it's not a
more
Yeah,
like
holding
and
holding
Caicedo,
the box.
midfielder,
Caicedo,
is the expression.
Caicedo's more of an he's more of an Essien than he is an Mikel, bro.
Yeah, he likes to get up and down the pitch. He
Yeah,
doesn't
and it's
like to
so
sit there.
annoying that this fan base who have seen both Essien, Mikel, and Makelele compare Caicedo
And
to
Kante.
Makelele.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. So no, but I mean, we've had Essien, Mikel, and Makelele are like at the club at the same time, more or less. And the fact
Roughly,
we've
yeah.
seen all three together, and you compare Caicedo to Makelele, that just blows my mind. Or people compare him to Kante, but blows my
Well, the
mind.
thing
Like,
is, Prime. The thing is, I actually, and this is the truth. Yeah, I know you're a bit of a football man. That's what you probably know about Makelele. But when you talk about Claude Makelele, bro, half the people you're talking to have never seen him play.
I see
Yeah.
him play when I was younger, but I didn't
Yeah,
see him that
right.
much.
Well, put it this way. There was a reason why that guy was branded. There's a reason why players get in the position, because you can't tell me that in any other position they call it the Makelele role.
Yeah, he has a position named that. That's why when Arsenal fans try and say Vieira is better, bro, you don't get a position named after you if you're
No,
not.
no, Vieira. No, as a DM, Vieira was not even. Well, he was on the same level as Vieira, but he was a different kind of player. That's why they both won with the World Cup for France. So that speaks volumes in itself, because they were part. I think when France won it in '98, weren't they both part of the squad? So Vieira and Makelele.
Yeah.
So because I swear Makelele was at Madrid at the time, or
Yeah.
he might have been. I can't remember.
I
need to
just
look
like.
on it.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
laughable. It's laughable,
just-
Prime. I agree. I
Yeah,
get
we
you
just
about the comparison.
desperately need Lavia back fit, but really go into January, bring back Leslie. I would love to go and get a center back, an experienced center back. I don't know if that will happen in January, but Fofana will be back pretty soon. I think he'll be back in a couple of weeks. So by then,
How do you guys feel about another left back?
Not
Because I think we
happening.
need one. But I think we need one. I'm pretty sure JPT will back me up on it, because when Cucurella don't play, bro, the left hand side of our pitch evaporates. It's kind of sad.
Pretty much like
But, yeah,
our best defensive
the
player.
reason why it's gone is because Maresca keeps playing Gusto as a left back instead of playing Vega.
Shall I tell you the reason why? Apparently, he clashed with Vega as well. But apparently, is that true?
Yeah, but bro, you need to put
Apparently
okay. He said apparently Vega clashed with Enzo in training or something. But you need to put your ego below the club, bro. You're not no manager's bigger than her club, because you'll get sacked.
But
You
what is
oh.
happening with that's been rumored, that like what type of issue? Because at least with Noni, there was where that he was missing practice, or he wasn't trying in practice.
Training? Yeah,
I don't
The
know.
thing with-
Apparently, it was a technical issue, which they didn't say. But then there was more reports of no, they said technical, not tactical.
I think it's a tactical decision when he was on the bench.
So did I, because when we were talking about it on Lewis's stream after the game, I thought they said tactical, because I lost my mind and said that doesn't make sense.
Right.
That Fulham game was perfect for Nani to actually play in, because he would have actually been a goal threat. But then, I read it again and it said technical, and apparently, there's been more than one incident with Nani as well. So,
well, they are
I
kids.
don't. Yeah,
Don't
they
matter,
are.
man.
I don't know. I'm assuming, because we played after Christmas, I'm assuming it's something like, these guys, because Nani, we know what Nani is. He likes to party and whatever. I'm assuming Nani went out and he came back late or something, and maybe that's why he's out of the squad. Vega, he's Portuguese. Maybe he just came back late from Portugal, and that's why he's also out of the squad or something. I don't know, but it's stupid, because we could have used both of them in that game.
Yeah, it just shows bad man management, like Dills was pointing to earlier.
Would we
because-
have seen him on the pitch though? He might have been in the lineup, or at least in the bench. But shoot,
Yeah.
we're lucky to even get one substitution at some games.
Well, as Chelsea fans, Hang on, because as Chelsea fans, don't when you all agree over the last couple of weeks, we've looked at certain things Chelsea fans have gone like that. It's just like, what? Like, what's going on here? Like, certain decisions don't make sense and they're odd. And this is one of them, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still trying to find out what's going on with Mudryk as well. I can't wait to find out what's going to happen to the Universal Soldier. GR44.
Nutric needs so for the drug testing, they take an A and B sample. So if the A sample comes back negative, they then have to test the B sample.
Hang on, wait. Excuse me. What I said was it could relate back to Deal's point about bad man management. Please listen to the whole conversation. Sorry, Prime.
What?
No, the issue said, wait, how is it bad management when I referred back to Deal's comment about when he came on about how certain players are passionate with the manager.
He could probably join late.
I wasn't looking at the screen. I didn't know what you were talking about.
All right. Yeah, well, tell on. Go on then.
Yeah, with Mudryk thing. Because when they drug test you and stuff, like they'll take 2 samples. So if the first sample comes back negative, it then will test the B sample again just to make sure, because it could be a false positive. Like,
we hope it's a false positive because we don't need another embarrassment of we don't need another Ivan Drago at the club.
Then again, even if this situation wasn't going on, do you guys think Mudryk would be playing any games? No.
Nope, not really, because all the other 3 weeks.
I feel like he would have been good for just the Everton game.
Well, he was dosed up, bro. I would expect him to play better.
I stuck the needle in for him myself.
You know what I mean? Go and get a result, bitch. You know what I mean? With Makalele, Essien, and Obi Mikel at the same time. Yeah, that was a mad midfield. But we need to move on to the Ipswich game. So, JPT, let me start with you. What do you expect to go on tomorrow? Do you expect us to try and come out and win the game, or do you reckon it's going to be the same of what we saw against Fulham? We might sit back. What do you expect?
They're gonna sit back, man. It's gonna be a game for it was pointed out too. I think I can't remember if it was Jezza that said it or Jezza with the Gunner, but he said it's a disgrace how some of these. Oh, it was Kenny Ken. Shout out to Kenny Ken. Where these lower clubs are just yo-yo teams that are just looking for 1 point, to whatever. They just, if they really go down, they're gonna get extra money in the pocket. So they're just gonna put everyone in the back, see out a boring 0-0 draw, with zero intention to attack. But who knows? We hopefully it's gonna be a little interesting too as well, because we're looking at their boy Liam Delap as an option in our strikers for the January. So why not? We should do fine. We should win, but I'm losing a little more confidence with this side as of late. With the decision that happened with Maresca, with these players, looks like it's player power 2.0, and
I feel you. Let me finish. I feel you on that point, bro. Because the more and more you analyze Enzo's game, it's got more fucking holes in the hooker's stocking. So I'm starting to feel you, bro. Look at Frank's face.
It's a hell of an analogy.
What?
Yeah, bro. Well, you just come back from NYC, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, true.
He's seen trash. He's seen trash. Let me emphasize that fact, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I think we're gonna win.
Hooker stocking. That
should win.
That took me a while to even understand.
I think we're gonna win.
Hang on, Deals. Let JPT finish, because I interrupted him. Then Deals, then Prime. Then I'll give my little say.
Hooker stocking is crazy, bro. That took me a while to even understand what you meant. Wow. Okay. Wow. All
right. Let JPT finish. Sorry, because I was just saying
mileage.
The mileage. But unfortunately, with this doesn't come experience. Unfortunately, it just comes inexperience.
Being with a hooker could give you experience. But anyway, continue, bro.
It can give you other things too.
All right. So hopefully, speaking of which of hookers, hopefully we don't get screwed tomorrow with this result, and we should even just if we play bad, we can stumble across to an easy win. If we're gonna keep using the hooker speak, we should, even with the $20 bill in our pocket, we should stumble into something to getting something in. If we can see out a 1-0 win, Yeah, we should get two. The thing is that even if we just get one goal, we don't have enough to in this team where like they can see out a full 90 minutes of a game because
I'm
we
sorry.
still.
Ever since you used the hooker analogy, I was just thinking, oh, sorry, honey, I've only got $5. And she goes, yeah, it's all right, I've got change.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Dime says Chelsea are going to win. Tiger Fang extraction. Bomber clot. Proper Chelsea. Ross. Woo! With that Ric Flair haircut. Big up. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry. So, yeah, you reckon we should spread their legs? Is that what you're trying to say?
before they spread ours, yeah.
Well, getting back to the serious talk, that is a possibility as well because we either start slowly or end slowly, but either way, we leave ourselves open. Pause. I was trying to avoid another innuendo, but I've gone straight into it. Be right back. Okay, no, I'm sorry. Right, Deals, my brother, you there? What do you think is going to happen at Ipswich tomorrow?
I think we're gonna win still, but it's not gonna be by a big margin, bro. I feel like Prime said, we need to control the game. Like again, if we can't control the game, they're gonna try to set a low block on us, and we're not gonna get anything out of the game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like
By the way, this low block syndrome from last season that we had under Poch, do you think it's going to repeat itself under Enzo?
no, because I feel like we got a better attack than last season. But again, at the same time, I feel like what Prime just said earlier on, it matters if we can control the game or not. If we can't control the game, then it can be a very long game of not trying to get the result. You know what I mean?
Mm. So you think, what you think we'll win tomorrow, though?
Yeah, I think we'll win. I think we'll win 2-1. I think we'll win 2-1.
All right.
I think they will score because our defense is we got an issue in our defense at the
Yeah,
moment.
we've got major issues with our defense. Pram, Notorious, what do you think is going to happen tomorrow? Big eye wipe.
You're on mute, bro.
Yeah. Sorry. Thank you.
Go on, I'm waiting for you to speak.
Bloody
So what do
hell,
you
man.
think? What's going to happen with tomorrow? Robert Jones.
Bloody hell, man.
I know. Look at that quiff. Jesus. Sorry. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I watched Ipswich against Arsenal, and even though Arsenal won the game, like Ipswich are very well drilled under
Right back.
McKenna. He's a very good coach. Yeah, especially what's been going on the last few games. This could either be a game where like we can just get a few goals in and kind of run them over a little bit. Pardon the tractor pun. Or like it could be very, very difficult. And we could allow them to nick something, unfortunately. The Lap is in form. He's one of the most informed strikers in this league. Which I guess maybe isn't that difficult, depending on who you ask. But and also
unless you're Forest and you got Chris Wood.
Yeah, and we're also linked with him, so he's gonna want to perform and show out.
Isaac is better than him.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's gonna. I hope we win, but like the way they sit and defend, they just continue to make it difficult for us, and they just nick something. Yeah. No. I think we'll win 2-1. I think we'll win 2-1. Just get the job done, bro. Just don't make this game difficult as well. Especially trying to like when I speak about controlling the game, I don't always mean in terms of just possession. Like because I look at the way Liverpool play, and people earlier in the season were complaining about how they were being pragmatic at times. But you notice in just about every game they've played, they've always had full control, whether it's by possession or it's by sitting back and allowing teams to like inviting teams onto them. They always have full control. Even the chances they concede to the opposition, most of them are half chances. When I see Liverpool get countered on, they're never outnumbered in the counter. it's either like they always have numerical superiority, whether it's a 2v3 in their favor or it's a 3v4 in their favor or a 1v2 in their favor. They always have numerical superiority. So I love the way Liverpool play. Slot is a brilliant coach. But yeah, with us, like, just if we just start controlling games, it'll be a lot easier for us. If we can actually control games, it'll be a lot easier for us.
So what do we need to do to control games? Like, well, in your opinion, against Ipswich?
We just always need to stay switched on, which we don't do that a lot.
Yeah,
we need a better goalkeeper. We need
switch off
at
a lot.
least.
Yeah,
we need a better goalkeeper. No, Dills is right. We do switch off a lot. We need a better goalkeeper. We need a better centre back. We have to stop making stupid mistakes. We need like experience and a proper spine. I look at Liverpool, and people say, like, I agree that they don't have a better squad than us, but their spine, they've got a spine of leaders. They've got a spine of experience, of winners, world class players, and that helps the rest of your team. If we had an Alisson, a Van Dijk, a Salah, a goal scoring forward like a Salah, how much better we would be. Because I look at Liverpool's midfield, I wouldn't take Gravenberch, I wouldn't take McAllister necessarily. I'm not taking Curtis Jones, I'm not taking Szoboszlai. And look at how well they control games. You know, Robertson, he's not that good of a left back anymore. He's finished. Trent, people always talk about how he can't defend. Look how well they are defensively. The injuries they've had this season, they've missed Alisson for the majority of the season. Look how well they've been able to defend. Even scoring goals, like, they've started to score goals with their other players now. Gakpo turning up a bit now. Jota is now fit.
Yeah.
So if they can do it, and if they can do it with a squad that people say is inferior to Chelsea, why can't we control games as well?
Like you said, they've got
Enzo
those
Fernandez start stepping up because you're supposed to be doing this. If Enzo's not going to control the game for us, who else is going to do that? We need someone to just like calm the game down.
Do you know what it is? I'm starting to feel like some of these players only like to step up when it's suitable for them. Like some of the players that we have in our team.
Like, example? Give me an example, Deals.
Again, when it's suitable for them, when we go to play like at Everton or Fulham, we stack off. I don't know why. And then when we go to play a big team, we're rising up to the occasion.
You mean like a Spurs? Yeah, but that's not sustainable as a big team. As a big team, you're meant to
play how a big team should.
You're meant to always, because we're not good enough to a point where like we can just play in second gear and still comfortably beat a side. Like Chelsea teams in the past where like we could play in first gear and still win 2-0 or just win a game 1-0, a typical game 1-0.
Wolfie, do we still have the low block problem? Yes or no?
I would say yes, because I'm not being funny. Everton proved that. And I'm not being funny. When Fulham dropped into deep to counter us when they played us at the Bridge the other day, they showed us that you can control us and break on us. And I've said this in my streams and Blues Brothers, in particularly over the last few weeks. It only works because when we went on a bit of our run, a bit of our 5-game winning run, a lot of people forget that was against a Spurs team that can't defend. That was against a team that was in the bottom half of the table. And we've all mentioned, and I know for a fact every single person that comes onto this channel, that's a Chelsea fan, has mentioned over the last 2 months how we struggle against big teams. And now you're seeing that because Fulham are closer to our level, and look how they controlled us, bro. Everton are not on our level, but because of Dyche's tactics and like the fact that Everton was so well organised, because a lot of people forget that Arsenal couldn't beat them at home, right? And Forest maybe like having that bit more of a set game, if that makes sense, is the reason why they were able to beat Everton today, because in terms of the experienced players they've got, including some of our X1s like the Cullen Hudson and Doyers, have that little bit more experience, so they can guide themselves through that little bit more difficult patches, and that's what comes with a young team. So you
Yeah,
and this is why you need the coach to be on it, bro. That's why you need the coach because Ancelotti found solutions at like Madrid. You know what I mean? Like Pep finds solutions at City.
That's
You
why I
gotta
was gonna
find
say
solutions.
That's why I was gonna say they have an experience. Because you were talking about Forest, right? They have an experienced coach in Nuno.
Yes, sir. They do.
Nuno is a brilliant coach. Like if people make jokes because of his stint at Spurs, but we've seen like managers die at Spurs regardless. So it doesn't matter how good or bad.
Jose.
exactly.
Look at how well Nuno was at Wolves. You remember he got them promoted. I think he won the championship, and then in his first or second season, he got Wolves into Europe.
He had that Spurs curse. No, Nuno had the Spurs curse, didn't he? Because he went to Spurs.
Yeah, but Nuno's a brilliant coach tactically. And look at now at Forest. I think he got appointed last season, and now he has them like competing in A. If we were in the title race, Forest are in the title race.
Well, I said that 2 weeks ago. I said that 2 weeks ago. And the funny thing is with Forest, if you want to know, the funny thing is, right? As of yesterday, with the top four being, was it Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and obviously the Forest. Out of the top four, we were the team that has actually conceded the most goals because I think Arsenal conceded 16, I think Liverpool conceded 15, I think Forest 18, but we were like 22, 23. So even Forest have showed that defensive maturity that we haven't. So hats off to Forest.
You know what the difference with us and Forest is? That we got a better attack, they got a better defense.
Well, is it they got a better defense or the fact of they're just that a bit better organized because they've got slightly older players?
No. I rate the centre half.
They've got Muriel at centre half. I take him in a heartbeat. Muriel over Colwell. Are you crazy? Yes.
Milinkovic as well.
Look at also Bournemouth, how well they're doing in this league. They've got their centre halves as Zabrani and another guy. I can't pronounce his name. I think his name's like Hijland or Hilson. He is quality. He's a Juve had him and they sold him for pennies. He's quality on the ball, bro. He scored 2 headers in the last week, I think, man of the match performances. One against Man United and one against another team. Yeah. So it's just I don't know. Well, again, we'll see over time. We're only halfway through the season, so hopefully like things on certain areas fix up or we can address them in the summer. But
well, I got a feeling it's going to be nothing like in and out.
Wolfie, do you think we're going to sign somebody in January? And JP, do you think
no?
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think so.
Depending on
gonna be delayed.
Depending on what's the word? Well, if like opportunities come about, sure. Like for example, Nkuku's linked to we're linked to a striker. And Nkuku's linked to PSG. But the only way PSG will be able to get Nkuku, it's if they are able to sell one of their forwards. Kolomwani's linked to a move away. So Mwani's sold.
Apparently somebody shut that down already. It's not happening.
What's not happening?
Nkuku leaving.
No. Mwani is linked to a move away. I didn't say to us.
I don't want to call him.
No, he's saying generally the deal might be off.
In general, he's linked to a move away. No, I didn't say to Chelsea. No.
You want to take Colin Mwani?
No.
I would have taken Osherman when he was available.
Yeah.
No, so with that, it just depends. So if like Mwani is able to get a move away, that would mean PSG will then be able to go buy Nkuku, which would mean then we would be able to go buy a striker.
Big up,
do you think Nkuku will leave Prime?
Yeah, he should go. Probably he doesn't suit what we're doing, so no point.
Do you think he's telling his agent to work up some clubs?
I don't know, probably. But also Jackson, I want to speak on that as well. He just looks like tired and leggy. Like I think he just needs to like come out of the firing line now because you can't just if we just keep playing him when he's not performing badly, people just start to turn, which is not good for him either. He needs to come out.
He's still young, and he's done a good job so far. So yeah, you're right. I agree.
So whether
we need help.
So whether put in Nkunku or put in you and trust him, or go get someone in January to be able to back him up.
I've been having some thoughts recently, about Maresca, because I had a thought, will he have the same problem that Pochettino had at the end of the season where they clashed? because I don't want another situation like that where
Well,
the
who
injury,
have the same problem where who clash?
where Pochettino clashed with the board because of certain he told the board that he didn't want certain players to leave. Now, is that going to happen with Maresco? If Maresco goes around and say to the board, look, I got you top four, yeah, so you can guarantee me what I want. Will that happen,
No,
Wolfie?
I
Probably
don't
not.
think so. I don't
See,
think so.
Now, when it
there's
comes
no
down to
reason.
the
There's no
meeting,
reason why it should, because in the summer we got rid of
Exactly.
players that Maresca wanted gone. We got rid of Sterling, big money, big signing, because Maresca wanted them gone. We got rid of Gallagher. Uh, he's not on big money, but he's academy kid, and we got rid of him because Maresca wanted him gone. We got rid of
is he
players
coming
because
on?
Maresca
Is he
wanted them
coming
gone.
on,
We
Wolfie?
brought in. We
If
brought in
he wants
players
to come on, he can come on. It's
out.
entirely up
Yeah,
to him.
we brought in players that Maresca wanted. So like again, I don't know. We'll see, but they will. They haven't. There's no reason why they shouldn't back him.
Thank
Maresca's
you,
done
Roy.
well up until this point, so there's no reason why they should not back him. And we should, like, we're definitely going to get top four.
100%.
Even if we don't continue competing for this league, like Gravel fans want to say, quote unquote, we're not gonna. We'll still get top four. We'll finish probably second or third. Then in the summer, you go and build, and then you get us a squad that is ready for a top
Hope
race.
so.
Next year, we have to. Madueke hat trick, unlikely. But next year, we have to go challenge for the title. There is no fugazi. We're not in the title race anymore.
Well,
Next
hang
year, we
on, hang
have
on, hang on, hang on. Forget next season about challenge title. What? Because this is one thing I want. Yeah, and I'm going to quickly get back to what you were saying about overall ambition of this season. But I want to quickly ask JPT, right, what he thinks about the Ipswich game tomorrow. Because I want to get over that. Because obviously, between Chelsea fans,
Oh
that's
no,
one
yeah,
thing
no,
I've.
sorry. I was just answering Dale's question about
Yeah,
next
yeah,
season.
yeah. No problem, no problem, no problem.
That's
Yeah,
all good.
that's cool. But yeah, but as I said, JPT, what do you think is going to happen with Ipswich tomorrow? Do you think we're going to see a mix up with Enzo, or do you think he's going to do what he always does?
Uh, I think he's gonna do what he always does. Um, I think we're gonna see some late substitutions. It's gonna be Palmer zeroed out again. He's not gonna make any substitution for Palmer neither. Um, it's funny we were talking about like Nkunku, about him like supposedly going on to PSG because like he's not happy, and yet Joao Felix is having even less playing time than him.
Mhm.
You
Arguably,
know,
when Felix has been on form as well, which is kind of strange.
hmm exactly. And this is an option we can use in the left wing, or what I would even say is like, would it be crazy to want to see, how you guys say like, their sub because he has his favorite 11, but to see some of the conference league like squads such as Guy tomorrow or like Joao Felix, uh, I would hopefully Vega as well. Jorgensen, like, I mean, how many of these players, are only going to play in this conference league games when we're not going to have a conference league game in some time? Like, when's our next game?
Mm. You mean he needs to
I think
rotate the squad better? Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean,
I
like
hear
you're
what
saying
you're
about your
saying,
favorite,
bro.
preferred 11, but we need to make substitutions.
JP, he won't.
I hear
He
what you're
won't do
saying,
it.
right?
He won't do
I
it
hear what
because
you're saying,
do you know
and
the
what you're
reason why he won't
saying.
do it?
Let's
Hang on, one
one
minute.
Because he
one
has
at a time, one time.
stubbornness.
Hey, wait,
He-
boys. Let JPT finish.
Let Prime go first on this regarding the deals. I want to hear what they have to
No,
say about this.
no, let Dales go. Let Dales go.
He won't do it because stubbornness, bro. He has too much faith in
Pick up the
some of the
long-haired
players.
one.
He has too much faith in some of the players, which I don't
Well done on
I
your
don't
win,
know
man.
why he has too much faith in these players. But again, at the same time, it's down to the opposition as well. Based on the opposition, maybe he's thinking that tactically it would be suitable to us to win the game. Whereas I don't think it's a suitable idea. He should change something up. I've been saying for weeks that this guy needs to change it up, right? Because that will be the best for us to get the result out of the result in the game. You know what I mean? So doing it that the same old lineup is not gonna it's not gonna make a difference in this game. We gotta make a difference of making a difference of making the right man management, making the right subs as well. So that's what Maresca needs to do. Like JPT said, make a change because like bringing on a Guri might make a change. You know what I mean? It might make a change in Cuckoo at certain times. You know what I mean? Felix, because at the end of the day, players are here to fight for their place in the competition to be in the squad. You know what I mean? That's all about fighting for the competition, fighting for your place in the squad.
Fighting for the badge, mate.
What have we bought? What have we bought them for? What, to sit down on the bench? No, they're here to fight for their place, here for the fight for their squad in the squad. You know what I mean?
I agree with you, Deals, but the reason why he won't rotate heavily is because if we had done what we were supposed to do and we had beaten both Fulham and Everton, he probably would have rotated for this game because that would have made the most sense. But because we've just dropped points back to back and we get lost against Fulham, for him to change the squad completely, or the team completely for the most part, against Ipswich, when Ipswich are a good side and they've just, I know they lost to Arsenal, but if you watch the game, they gave Arsenal a proper battle. It won't make sense to him to throw in the likes of Gu and Jorgensen, etc. Because if he throws them into that sort of game and we still don't win, this fan base is gonna go crazy.
No, I hear you.
The thing is that, like,
but I hear you, Prime. It might make a little difference, though, man. You know what I mean? Anything can make a little difference.
I'm not saying I don't disagree with you per se, but like, I just don't think he's just gonna necessarily do it. Like I would. I put in Gu. Like he got a hat trick in the Conference League and stuff, and he hasn't got any minutes since, even though he's been on the bench. The Everton game would have been perfect for him. You put him in, or even the Fulham game.
Hang on 1 second, boys. Hang on 1 second. I gotta welcome our fellow title contender.
Yep, there you go.
Because they're obviously they've just flown up. So yeah, hello, fellow title contender Yeti, the one that people don't speak about, because apparently if we're in a title race, you're in a title race, just to point fingers and all that kind of thing. Tell me how you're feeling about goal, because you're out of the last 3 games at Arsenal, Everton, and Chelsea. You guys are the only ones that actually beat Everton. So how you guys doing right now? Tell me, like, what's your thoughts on what's going on right now? You guys think you're in a title race, or you just seeing how it goes?
Bro, thank you so much for having me on. And I'm loving every minute of this. And yes, we're in a title race. Forest, bro. And I'm loving every minute of this. All those times, like back in the Championship and League One and all that kind of stuff for the last 23 years. This is just absolutely amazing. And yes, we are in a title race, because people don't say they're in a title race because they get caught up in their feelings and they get like, oh, I might look like a prat if I say that. But the fact is, it is facts that, you know, the points that we've got puts us in a title race. And I'm loving every minute of it. And I'm sorry to you guys, but, you know, I hope you lose, because at the end of the day,
we win. We go above
I want to keep that second.
I know. Yeah, I understand. All's fair in love, war and football. I get it. Yeah, you know. He's the wheel man tonight, bro. He's doing a drive-by slam down on all of us, bro.
I'm about to quote the great Boston on this. Yeti, it's more than a feeling, bro. You guys are doing it.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. This is absolutely amazing.
Because realistically, we're the teams that have, right? Because this is the reason why I was happy to have Yeti on. Because one thing about it is, if you think about it, the teams now that got in trouble a season or so ago for financial fair play and all that kind of bullshit that they all were trying to chuck at both of us, we're the ones that are thriving now, where everybody else is struggling. So it's kind of like a
I rate some of the Forest players, though. I do rate some of the Forest players.
It's all the certain big clubs that were laughing at us. They need this now. They need to do what Forest and Chelsea did. They need to overhaul their squad. Yeah.
Man United,
right? Man United, you laugh the loudest when you need us.
Yeah.
I think of it, actually, when you think of it, Newcastle, right? And this is the one when they can actually Newcastle, they're in a position where they need to do what Forest and Chelsea did, with that mass shift the players out and the mass shift in, but in terms of trying to keep the balance. But Man United have tried to do that in the sense of they've bought a load of players and names, but it's not kind of, because that's the thing as well.
Man United didn't do that. Man United did what they always do, which is they get rid of the players on the big contracts, and then they bring in a big name
You don't know that
uh,
CFC game.
like
You don't know that.
they bring in a big name like a De Ligt, like a Casemiro, like a Ronaldo, like a Pogba who doesn't work. They bring in a talented youngster like a Lenny Euro, like a Martial, like a Depay that doesn't work. They do all these things. It's the same cycle over and over. This is the same. Man United need to do what we did in 22-23. They need a toxic season to expose everything that's
They ain't
going
changing.
on.
They ain't changing anytime soon. They ain't changing.
Yeah, exactly. Their fans,
Bro, these
fans
big
don't
boys
realize
are getting a shot up the arse this season.
But Man United won't. They don't.
Well, they're feeling it.
Their fans won't. Like they're gonna blame. Like,
wait, they're 8 points off the drop zone. You know
They're
that.
gonna blame-
Man United are 8 points off the fucking drop zone.
and Wolfie, do you know this? Wolfie, do you know when that was us 2 seasons ago?
Yes,
it
sir.
was news everywhere in every outlet. But when it's Man United, no one speaks on it.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because they don't expect nothing of Man United. They expect something of us. That's a compliment.
No, but
We're not shit like them, bro.
They are, bro. They are the biggest club, arguably, in this country.
But they get PP leaking off the side of their stands, bro.
I told you all.
Exactly.
I told you all. I told all of you fucking big top 4 teams that if you don't respect us, we will make you respect us.
What do you mean, top 4
That's
teams?
Exactly what we're doing.
Wait.
Not you. Well, not you.
I woke up when we played, y'all.
Wait. Did you just say that we'll make you respect us?
100%.
sorry.
I mean,
No. I'm sorry. But you're second at the moment. It's not going to last forever,
bro.
mate.
Let's not do
You're
this.
not second at the moment.
Forest are making everyone respect them, bro. Let's not do that to us.
100%.
No, you gotta give credit.
How
where
many
credit
points?
is due,
How many
bro.
points have they taken off the Big
Forest-
Six, the traditional Big
Only
Six?
team to beat Liverpool.
Forest, bro.
Thank you.
Forest have been
Only
the best.
Always
Forest.
been
Oh,
in
you
the
said
top
it a minute
team.
ago.
Forest have been the best team in this league this season.
Yeah, 100%.
What they're doing is phenomenal.
They-
There's no
they-
one
it
expects.
is.
Everyone give them the spirit bomb energy.
No, you played better than Arsenal, 100%.
People can say no one. People can say no one expected City to fall off. No one expected Chelsea to challenge. No one expected Liverpool to challenge.
But are we
to win.
challenging though?
No one expected Forest to do this, bro. They've been phenomenal.
No, I don't think Forest.
No, I didn't expect it. I didn't.
That's the
expect
point.
it.
Exactly. That's the thing. I said
That's
about
my
a couple
point.
of
That's
weeks.
why they've been brilliant.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's the thing I said a couple of weeks ago about this is why Chelsea and like I don't want Chelsea and Forest because they got to come into that equation now because they're second for now. So until Arsenal and us play again, you can't. What? Because a lot of people said the same thing about Leicester, but then they hung in there. Then they hung in there a bit more. Then they hung in there. Oh, this is never going to happen. They'll still fall off. And even a couple of weeks ago, when a certain friend of mine said to a certain Forest fan of mine, when we were going to play them, oh, don't worry, we will only beat them because it's only Forest. And yet he knows I'm not talking shit, and I'm not talking shit about anybody.
Not at all.
So it's one of those ones you just can't judge a book by its cover, man. The old saying is the ball is round, and you got to call a spade. If they're second,
That's why.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I said that like 2 months ago. I hadn't watched Forest up until that point.
It was
I
so
didn't know
Yeah.
they were
early.
actually.
No, there ain't no one
know-
here. There ain't no one here. That
I
was,
didn't.
don't worry
I
about that.
didn't know they were actually that good. Hey, like I've hold my hands.
I've got
up.
no
They were.
I've got no
brilliant
respect for Forest, the biggest fluke bastards this season. Laugh out loud from
Yeah.
the
You're
Arsenal fan.
Listen. You know what? 5 games is a fluke. 10 games maybe is a fluke. When
Well,
you're
this is-
halfway through a season, you cannot fluke it. This is not a fluke.
No.
You can't
No,
fluke halfway.
I
This
just
is
said that.
quality fucking squad and quality fucking players and a manager that knows how to use those.
Wait,
fucking
hang on.
players.
Who said Chelsea is positioning itself to support challenge for a title? You've just heard most of us say how we're not in a title, and we explained why we're not in a title race. So who here?
Breathe, Wolf. Breathe, Wolfie. Breathe.
Oh no! That's the thing. That's the thing. When I'm speaking, people don't because I realize it, but people don't like realize when I speak and I say certain things. They don't realize I'm using air quotes. So Chelsea.
all right.
is an air
No.
quality.
We've all mocked that from day one. And believe it or not, I've even said to recently about Yetin, me and him, because obviously me and him go back a while now. I said to him a long time ago that if actually like Forest got their shit together, how much of a threat they could be. And it even exceeded what I said. So, you know what I mean? I remember I said to you about a year ago, if everything comes together for you guys.
Anyone expect Chris to be playing this good?
I don't disrespect Chelsea. I don't disrespect Chelsea at all. No.
He said we're shit. He said we're shit. No,
I'm kidding.
I didn't say you were shit at all. But I don't disrespect Chelsea at all. But some of the other big fucking pricks that's in this fucking league that's top 4 and stuff like that, your Man United, your fucking Arsenals, your fucking Manchester Cities, I'm sick of hearing them turning around and saying they're playing Forest and this is going to be an easy win. Well, fuck you. Look at how it is now. Look at how it is now.
Because let's just be real. Like fans of top 6 clubs, they don't even watch the other teams in this league. Never mind teams, players or teams abroad. So when will say like when I said, we'll beat Forest is not a problem because I hadn't watched Forest up until that point, but I am now.
Shame on Prime. Shame. We're gonna single him out for just 10 seconds.
It's not even shame on me because when I said it 2 months ago, no one even said I was wrong. No one disagreed with me and said, they're a brilliant side on the stream.
I would have.
But you didn't.
Yeah, but I went round you.
No, you. Sorry. I didn't know you.
Forest argue for the best joke of the stream so far. Spurs top 6.
Bro, I thought someone else said that, not you. My bad. But yeah, I didn't know Forest were actually that good. They're a quality side, man. Do you think you guys will keep this up and get top 4? Or do you think it's a case of you don't have to keep being this good because everyone else below you aren't good enough to overtake what you've done?
I won't ever look at somebody who's below us, but
fucking smug bastard. You
exactly.
smug git. I'm joking.
You know what Yeti's doing? You know what Yeti's doing, yeah?
It's gonna be
you know what
we all do what we've got to do. And we
you are.
Yeti's staying humble. I respect that. Hey, Spurs, you should have kept Nuno.
If you really want to wind up Yeti, just say, "Hey, Yeti, got wood." Because I know you do. He was up to date. I saw him,
bro. He's smashing it, bro.
No, he is. He's having a ridiculous season, bro. Chris Wood. He really is.
Can you remember those watch-alongs from back in the day when we first signed him? And I was like, "What the fuck is this piece of shit? Why did we sign this piece of shit?" And I was wrong. You know. You gotta fucking admit when you're wrong.
Because you kind of got that thing that we need, because they've kind of got that. They've got a guy that they can rely on week in, week out. Because how many goals has he got for you guys this season?
You need wood.
Hey, my missus would not disagree with you. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, put it on his shirt. Yeah, I'll buy that merch.
He says. Yeah, a big Yeti says, "Get wood."
Get milk.
Get wood. Get good.
Hang on. Anyway, Forest Race, wood is good.
And then on the back of it, say, anyone?
Wait. Take it behind me laughing.
Hey, Wolfie, you know what wood means in Jamaica?
Wood?
You know what wood means in Jamaica? I see why you know what wood means in Jamaica, bro. Yeah.
I already said it. I just said it in the chat. I just said it in the chat.
Yes, wood is hard. Yes. That's why I said about Yeti being we're already on that joke line. We've brought
anyway.
No, Prime doesn't love this. Prime doesn't love it.
He doesn't want to be in a
who do Forest play next? Oh no, you guys just played. I know, but like, who do you guys play next?
Well, we've got Luton in the cup, and then we've got let me
go on. Big up 7-inch Destroyer. Good to see you.
Nottingham play Wolves next. Wolves next. Wolves next.
Yeah, I think that's a Forest.
That's going to be a tough game.
That's JPT. If that's JPT's channel, that's 7-inch.
I don't. Yeah, that's a crazy name, but
big old JPT.
I know he's gonna. I've been pointing out all these guys, and he gets the sub. What a bitch! Nah, I'm joking.
I
But,
do
yeah,
that all the time, mate. I
so
do
do
that
I.
all the
So do I.
time.
I hand out love, not like that, Pauls.
Mm.
But you know what I mean, like,
Anyway,
Have a
moving
weed
on.
prostitute
You see
Moving
how
on.
your owners, yeah, how your owners are, yeah. Ain't you worried that the fact that the way you're playing at the moment, yeah, is there a sense that there's gonna be bigger clubs that come in for some of your players that you have at the moment? Like I'm talking your Gibbs Whites and Morelos and Milikovic, these sort of players. Because
Yeah,
they are good players. They're very good players. I'm not gonna lie. I would take Milikovic and a Morello in a heartbeat in my defense. The way the way that our
Milinkovic
defense has been.
especially.
Yeah.
Oh
The
my
way our
god,
defense,
especially on
the
set
way
pieces.
the
We
way
we,
our
we were
defense has
linked
been
to
in the
we were
moment.
linked to
100%,
Muriel.
100%. But you know, at the end of the day, if we're going to carry on doing what we're doing, we've got to keep the players there and then advance on it and add players to our team. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, Murillo said it like the start of the season that he wants Champions League and stuff like that. You know, if we can continue doing what we're doing, he's going to get Champions League with us. But then if Real Madrid come in, then we ain't got a chance keeping him, obviously. You
Well,
know,
you think
But
Real Madrid and these sort of teams that might be looking at him.
yeah, they are looking at Murillo. I tell you what, right? You know, as soon as Murillo signed for us, I watched him in 1 or 2 games, and I was like, "This guy is the business." You know, when you know football, and when you know the players, it was like this guy is just something else. Like clearing balls off the line, fucking carrying on as a defender, not fucking letting go, and all that kind of stuff.
well, it's the old
He's
grit. It's
awesome.
the old Forest grit. Because one thing because one thing not a lot of people remember about Forest is, for about 30 years, right, from what the 70s up until the 90s, they were a very big club. And if it wasn't for the fact of just like with us, where
some
they
timers.
where we no, the thing is the difference between us and Forest was we got a sugar daddy to save us where they didn't.
That is correct. That is correct.
And that's after the Brian Clough era, because I know Yeti will know this, because the kind of the saddest thing about Brian Clough was the fact he never won an FA Cup, and the very last season he got them relegated. They came back up, but it started becoming a bit of a seesaw thing for them for the next couple of years, and they'd always sell their players, and then eventually they kind of went dip for a long time, and then they popped back up. So
Wait,
I think
doesn't
what we was doing, we was like letting you guys have your time, and then all of a sudden we was gonna boost up and then have our time.
well, it's worked out.
That's how nice we are, you see.
doesn't
You guys your
doesn't
time.
your owner own Olympiacos?
Yeah, he's got Olympiacos. He's got another one in Brazil as well. He's a top guy. I know he's got his past, whatever. Fucking hell, did Abramovich not have his past? I'm pretty sure he did.
Bro, I
But,
don't care.
you
I love
know.
Abramovich, man. All the mafia
Yeah,
money.
absolutely. He's a fucking quality.
Andrei Shevchenko sentence, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
But, yeah, well, let me ask, because I need to ask TT this, because bless him, he's jumped into the stream and he's been quiet there in the middle ever since, right? TT, you there?
I am being quiet. Are you sure you're talking to the? You sure it's the right TT? Are you sure?
Yeah. I'm talking to you, bro. I know you've been sitting there quietly.
Quietly. Nah. You bet you say my mic was muted. I was not quiet at all. I was fuming.
Oh, all right. What are you fuming at?
Yeah, what are you fuming?
Many things. I can't. Where do I even start? The amount of things I heard, I don't know where to start. It's crazy.
Well, be my guest. Go on.
Oh.
Breathe.
From all the sugar daddy talk to the talks of being high, to the talks about wood and how wood is good and all. I don't know where to start, man. But
start where you feel.
It's crazy. Right. Yeah, I came on because I heard Dios and JPT say something, and I don't even remember what they even said because of the amount of things that has transpired since then. So I'll just forget about that because I literally can't remember it.
What about Ipswich tomorrow then? What's your feelings against Ipswich? Do you think we should win, or do you think it's going to be another shit show?
It's like I heard like Prime said we should have done what we didn't need to do, which is to win against Everton and Fulham. We didn't. We should win, but we didn't. So I mean, I'm hoping that the omen that I've been having doesn't continue, because I didn't feel confident before the Everton game.
You've been having. Can you explain that a little bit? Because to everyone that's not you,
no, I was just saying it. I'm saying that I didn't feel confident after before the Everton game. I didn't feel confident before the Fulham game, and I don't feel confident for this match either. So I'm hoping that it doesn't continue, because we dropped points in both of those games. But this game is an opportunity for Maresca to take into the account that Ipswich played against Arsenal. They were pressing hard, they were being physical. The only thing that kept Arsenal from losing is the fact that, well, they're able to move the ball quicker than how we were able to against Fulham. So they prevented Ipswich from having any shot on target. So that is something that we need to do. I don't know if our midfield will be better than it was against Fulham. A lot of people say that the midfield wasn't the problem, but it was the problem, because we kept going long. And the reason why we went so long rather than to build up the way that we usually build up is because that midfield is fragile when you have Enzo only and Casado is tasked with doing the defensive work. So I'm hoping that some solution can be found, but I don't feel confident for this match because of how physical I've seen Ipswich be, and our midfield is weak in comparison to how it was in prior weeks. So that's my concern. But
the physicality, you're right. The physicality, that's one thing that Everton did against us.
And that's the thing too. Everton
can do against us.
Everton did it, and that made Fulham recognize that, okay, there's a way for you to stifle Chelsea or prevent them from being deadly offensively, because
sorry bro, I'm just gonna head. I don't know when's the next stream we're doing. I'm assuming it's after New Year, so happy New Year to everyone. Enjoy.
Well, no, I'll be doing one tomorrow after the Fulham game.
Happy New Year, fam, bro. I gotta leave as well, bro.
All right, well, boys, if you're available tomorrow, jump on Blues, brother, because that'll be after the game tomorrow against Ipswich. So if you're both around,
right after the game.
No, I'll be about 11 o'clock when I normally, because I'll be at work. I'll have to do it when I get home.
Okay. But yeah,
I'll send you links anyway.
Happy New Year. Yes. Hopefully we.
You too, Prime. You two deals.
And Forest, win the league, man. Man up and win the league, bro. Win the league.
Thanks for that, man.
Hey, Prime.
Wait a minute. Man up.
Hey, Prime. Your favorite player.
Man up and win the league. We're not gonna do it. So man up and win the league, bro.
Yeah, we're already manning up.
Right, there's a Prime. They are above us, you know that. Right?
Your favorite player is coming.
Man up and win the league. Yeah, man up and win.
Man up, man. Yeah, man up.
Hey, Prime, your favorite player is coming back. Reece James is back. Bro.
Reece! What again? Reece James is back again.
If Vladimir's Prime wants to say man up, I'll say, wait a minute, we're looking underneath now.
He's gassing.
Exactly. That's my bro. That's my
man down. I guess it's man down. You said man down, not man up. Man down.
Ram-ba-ba-bum, man down.
Sorry above us. Win the league. Nice being on with you, Yeti, and have a nice New Year, everyone. Happy New Year.
Absolutely.
Big up, Ram, and big up Deals as well.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Absolutely.
It goes to our lever, but quickly, right? Because hopefully Deals will stick around for a minute longer. If not, because we're going to need to round it up now. But in terms of obviously, and Jetty can jump into this conversation obviously because Forest have a similar aim to us more than likely. What do you because we need to put tight realistically? theoretically in said position because we're all surprised at where we are, Forest or Chelsea. Let's just put it this way, right? What is the real objective for the both of us? Is it sustain the level that we've got, or try and go for higher? I think I'm more on the Chelsea front, and I'll start this one off. I think it's more on the case of we need to keep on sustaining what we have, beat Ipswich tomorrow, and then
That's
start.
why I love you, Wolfie.
Why is that? Because I
So
stole.
you just said that you just said the logical thing.
Yeah, well, that's true. Well, it is the logical thing, but the thing is, I've been saying this for weeks, and you know this, TT. I'm not comfortable with the way this Chelsea team plays, bro.
Wolfie. I don't think because of the recently with Maresca saying that we're not in a title race, He's only saying that because of the press.
Well, no, yeah, but the thing is, I hear that. I hear that, deals, and I understand that he's got to do his PR bit. But when we're sitting here talking as fans, that PR shit don't come into it, bro. Because don't get me wrong, I have to temper my expectations with common sense. That's true. And I've never said we were in a title. All you got to do is look at our last. Where physically we can get beaten.
If
off
you're
the ball.
around it, you're in a title race. If you're around it with the points, you're in
I said this the other day as well. Yeah, let's be here in this position in May, not in December.
Yeah, but let's just go for what's happening now.
Yeah, you try and keep it up. Like I said, you try and maintain it. Well, right now we're struggling to maintain it because we're drawing the defeat is our last two results. So, you know what I mean? We need to step it up again. Regardless of how well we were playing, we've got lots of holes, and it's still a work in progress. But
you're still in the title race. If you're around there and around the point.
Well, yeah. Personally, I would take top 4, and I would take that Europa League conference trophy because if we do that, we complete European football.
100%.
Yeah.
So, the thing is, when people turn around and say that they're not in a title race, they're getting their feelings and they're getting their fucking thoughts of I don't want to say that because it might sound stupid if it don't work.
Oh no, I have ambition.
If you're in about the points, you are in a title race.
Mm-hmm. But I want to go with realistic aims as well. You would expect us to finish top 4. You would expect us to win the Europa League conference if we're that good.
Wolfie,
blah blah blah.
The expectations to finish in the top 4, 100%.
Yeah, well there you go then.
And again, we haven't challenged for a title since 2016.
Well, we ain't going to do it this year, though, are we, Deals?
No, but we haven't.
Not good enough. It's true, we haven't. Yeah, we haven't.
We haven't. None of these players have been in this position before, so that's another thing as well. I know that Nkunku's won something in the Bundesliga, but he's not a main player for us at the moment. You know what I mean? So again, the starting
Nkunku is done. Nkunku is done.
No, but like I'm saying, that none of the starting 11 that we have right now, they haven't been in this position before, bro. You know what I mean? So this is everything's new to them,
pressure's starting to mount.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you said, Wolfie, pressure is starting to mount up.
It's all good when people aren't talking about you, but when they are, that's when it gets interesting. Because when, as Tupac said, when all eyes are on you, it's very different, because it's expectation. But the thing is, I
don't think that's a good one to use because we all know what happened to Tupac after. So that's.
Yeah.
No. Metaphor was all eyes on me, bro. Not his lifestyle.
If you're in about it at the top, you're in the top.
Another thing is
I get that logic.
Maresca and
we are in the title.
What's your manager's name?
Nuno.
Nuno Espirito from Wolves.
Nuno and Maresca, they both came into jobs that were difficult. Yeah, with Arne Slot. Yeah, I'm gonna say this right now, and I've been saying it. Yeah, Arne Slot has walked into a Klopp team, bro. He's walked into he doesn't have any.
Added nobody.
Yeah? And adding nobody, but again, at the same time, that's another thing that you can give praise for them. They haven't bought nobody, and they're still partnering up to be first. You know
already had a quality team, like you say. They already had a quality team.
But the thing is though, Nottingham Forest and Chelsea are similar in terms of the fact of they were laughed at, especially Nottingham Forest when they signed 15 players last last season. And look what has happened because it actually helped them this season. And I mean, that's it. And then look at Chelsea. I mean, although the sample size is different in terms of the fact of we signed a lot of young players or we have a bunch of players and the media was saying, oh, where some of these players going to change? It has helped in order for us to rotate or have some players that you can say, okay, they should be rivaling these players, whether they're doing it or not. That's the case. But with Nottingham Forest, they're able to adjust to the scenario because they had these players from at least have one season together under their belt, and then adding into account some players that perhaps they would have gotten on a loan or something like that. It helps. So yeah, there's similarities there for sure.
The thing is, we built from nothing. We built from nothing. As soon as we came into the Premier League, we signed like whatever. Everybody has a joke about it, 26 players or whatever. And we built a team to be able to stay in this league. We stayed in the league the season afterwards. And then, now we're taking on the league. I mean, you can't not respect that, That is absolutely amazing what we're doing right now.
That's always been the Forest way, though. I Forest have always been the kicking and scrapping type. You know what I mean? Like grassroots sort of like football, if you like. Because obviously, like I said a little while ago, they have got an heritage, and unfortunately their heritage happens to be a little bit special as well. So they've got the footballing heritage of the town and the club. And what a lot of people realize, kind of Forest kind of think that's where they deserve to be, and a lot of people don't understand
Wolfie,
that.
Are you saying, Wolfie? Are you saying that we can win a European Cup, but we can't win a Premier League right now?
Yes, because
look at our competition in the other cup.
Well, this is what I was just about to say. The European Cup we're in to win right now has teams that literally have only started playing European football this year because of let's be honest, the TV money they want to add from having more European games. There it is. I fucking said it.
But at the same time, some of those teams aren't even playing football at league level. So I mean,
like some of these clubs were just founded within 10 years ago.
So
we
should be beating them.
Let's just break it down, right? To be honest, right? You guys and Manchester United and Arsenal guys never expected us to be doing this. Never expected us to be.
Well, we had similar. Well, the thing is, you say about you guys,
you all fucking undergraded us. You all fucking undergraded.
No, we didn't, because we were in the same boat you were.
I said Forest would finish eighth. I said eighth.
You all disrespected us when we first came into the league. Same as like Ipswich, the way you talk about them and all that kind of stuff. You all undergraded us, and we fucking showed.
I didn't.
No, you didn't. But we all shown you that we ain't here to fuck about. We ain't. I tell you what, I'll quote fucking Conor McGregor. We ain't here to take part. We're here to take over.
Yeah, look over to Conor McGregor. I love you, yeah. But look over to Conor McGregor, man.
See what I'm saying?
Touch and go on that one.
Not to that point, yeah.
Is history repeat? It could be, but we hope it's not the exact history, because Forest had their rise and Forest has had their
let me explain this one to you, because you look at the likes of Leicester, yeah, you look at the likes of Newcastle, you look at the likes of Villa. These sort of teams, yeah, you see where they are right now, like in the league. Newcastle, Villa, Leicester, like again, with Villa in the Champions League, you see the pressure piles on being in the Champions League. Now you expecting to be up there, right? This season, okay, cool. You're playing very good football, but how long can it last for? That's the question. That's the question with you lot. It's the unknown. Like where with Chelsea, we're meant to be here. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Expectation is different.
Yeah, expectation is
and
different.
that is what I love. I always love being the underdog to take over the overdog. That is the point that I love about it. It's always good being the underdog because nobody expects what you're gonna do, and then when you do that, then they start to fucking give you a little bit of respect and take you into account, you know, and that's exactly what we're doing, you know.
But
And
at the same time, you got to look at structure, because at the same time, you got to have a good structure around you to actually be up there and in a few years.
I
Because
think we've got a fantastic structure.
yeah.
I
But
mean,
that's what I'm saying, because if you look at Villa and your Leicesters and your
yeah.
Newcastle,
I
like
hear what you're saying.
They've dropped off massively. I don't know what it is,
Yeah,
but
I
they've
hear
dropped
what
off
you're saying.
They've dropped
saying.
they've dropped off massively, yeah. And look where they are now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, handling being in the Champions League and being in the Premier League is totally different pressure, bro. You
Of
know what I
course
mean?
it is. Of course it
With
is.
a lot more games now, a hell
Yeah.
of a lot more games.
Of course it is, but you've also got to look at the fact of the players that we've brought in since we've gone into the Premier League. We've brought a lot of players in that a lot of the bigger teams have been looking at, but not actually took the chance on. And we've took the chance on those players, like the
Alanga, Callum
Mourinho's, you know, like there's so many. Alanga, you know,
Callum
taking
Hudson-Odoi.
sort of drop
Anderson.
down from Manchester United, taking Callum Hudson-Odoi. You know, we've took the chance on those players, and it's fucking working out. So yeah, I'm 100% down for that.
I like
Would you
seeing
wait?
I like seeing the underdogs like your Fulhams and your Bournemouths being up there. Like,
Hang on. Yeah, what's the
change of
highest
scenery.
expectation for
To
the
be
season?
honest, Deals, I don't see anybody as underdogs. I've never disrespected any other team or anything like that, so I don't see anybody as underdogs.
How far do you think you can go yet?
What pain is Deus feeling? I'm not understanding.
What
How
pain?
far can we go?
No, he's talking about DJ Crane in the chat. I feel your pain.
Oh.
He's talking about not winning anything again. That's what he's talking about. So yeah. How far do you think you can go? Where do you see the best case scenario?
We're going to the top, bro.
What first?
Yeah, I've been saying it for a while. Not this season. I think Liverpool's on a different tiff at the minute.
All right. Well, what about this season then?
The only chance for us to get above Liverpool would be maybe for us to beat them at City Ground, which would be 2 wins on the bounce of them at Anfield and
Be a double, yeah.
City Ground.
Do a
That'd
double
be huge. And it takes time to sort of do that. But Liverpool at the minute look on a different tiff. So I don't think it's going to go to that. I think it's going to be, we could finish 3rd or 4th or maybe 5th or whatever. Whatever happens, I don't care, because at the end of the day, I ain't going to be looking at the end of the season and thinking we're going to get relegated. And that is
different, yeah.
Massive thing for us. That is a massive thing for us.
Well, that's what he hopes for, isn't it? That's just what he hopes for. But anyway, we need to round this off. So
I have a quick question. Quick question after this. What you going to say all ago? I have a quick question for Yeti.
Go on and ask your question.
Is the mic Blue Yeti?
No, it's a razor one, man. It's a razor one.
Okay.
I probably should have a Blue Yeti mic, to be fair.
Well, in the chat, everyone's got their opinions, man. That's all I'm going to say about that. But look, GT, what do you think the score is going to be tomorrow for Ipswich? And we're going to round it off.
Ipswich 0, Chelsea 0.
0-0 draw. Okay.
I know. And TY, I want to ask why you think that.
I just don't. I don't see Maresca ballsing up and doing what he needs to do, and that is so to make the changes that are required. Because apparently he didn't want Felix, and apparently Nkunku. Well, not apparently Nkunku doesn't offer what we need him to offer. I wouldn't say he's lazy. He just doesn't suit the system for the Premier League. So,
all right, Deals. What do you think the score is going to be tomorrow, bro? DJ Crane says 3-1.
I think we're going to win 2-1 still. I feel like we will score the first goal. Maybe they come back into the game. but I feel like we'll get the end of the win. You know what I mean?
So you think
I
2-1?
feel like we got a lot of attacking options to win the game. You know what I mean? That's the difference. That's the difference for us in this game. I feel like we've got options that can change the game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
Right.
That's why I think we're winning the game. That's what I think.
JPT, my brother, what do you think? If you're still there,
I think it's gonna be an ugly 1-0 win. I mean, we'll get a clean sheet for like one of the very few times, but it's just I think just Ipswich are just gonna sit back and like, try to just get a point similar to what they did this recently in a game. Yeah, but it's I expect the same thing from Enzo, where he's just gonna keep everyone on for too long, keep his favorite 11. Yeah,
see
I'm not
favourites.
gonna
How much this is starting to sound like Arsenal now, isn't it? You know, Enzo's got his favourites.
looking like it.
Ah,
Looking like it, bro.
that's what I wanted to avoid.
I say something, Wolfie. I say something. Big up Yeti to coming on there, man. You know what I mean? Big up.
Yeah, big up, bro.
Yeah.
Big up to you.
Fuck
bro.
Proper
Yeti.
legend.
Fuck Yeti, man. Nah, man, he's smug.
Fuck you, bro.
He's so smug. Smug,
Ah.
bro. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. He knows I love him. But yeah, Anthony says 2-0 to the Chelsea. TCP, big up. Yeah, you know what? I'll
Damn
think.
you, Anthony.
Yeah, I was about to say the tractor merchants coming all guns blazing.
Why they?
Pardon? Like, say that again. Tyrone, you gone on mute.
Ty just got trapped in the upside down.
Right. I was gonna type it in the chat because I don't think I should see it. I thought when I saw TCP, I thought it meant something else.
No, just whatever you're about to come out with or whatever you're starting to think, just no.
Oh yeah, hey Wolfie, another thing as well I need to say. Yeah. Happy New Year to everybody.
Oh, Happy New Year, brother. Yeah, big up.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Happy New Year, bro. Happy New Year,
Thank you for
bro.
letting me. And thanks for letting me come on.
Yeah, always
Happy
yours,
New
man.
Year.
Big up the chat as well, bro. 10 times. Big up Rosie in the chat as well. Always
Oh my
talking.
days. What are you doing, TT, man? I'm not even gonna. You know what? You're a disgrace, and you're a moderator as well. Take that out of the chat, you dirty boy. Like, what's wrong with you? This supposed to be like for PG, all right? What you did? Never mind. But anyway, I'm gonna give my little 2 pence on the score. I think hope. Well, this is kind of hope against hope because I know we're gonna concede tomorrow.
Do I get a chance to give the scores?
Yeah, but let me have a say as well. Bro,
Go ahead,
Bro.
Joe.
but yeah, it's 2-1. I reckon 2-1. But I think we'll struggle again because they'll do what Fulham did. They'll try and counter us. And I'm going to ask our guest what he thinks the score is going to be because he's not a Chelsea fan. He's second. He's played today already. He's already won his game. So yeah, go on, Yes. What do you think, brother? What do you think the score is going to be?
Well, to be honest, guys, I hope you fucking lose because I'm enjoying that second spot in the Premier League. But I think you're going to win like 3-0, to be honest.
Fingers crossed, brother.
100% 3-0.
Right, just before we go, right, please, if you haven't already, right, if you're looking on my stream, please, if you have,
as well. Wolfie, they got an all player as well. They got Rory Hutchinson. He's a baller. I won't lie. He's a baller.
Is he on loan or is he on permanent?
He's
no, he's on loan.
We sold him on a permanent 20 mil. No
oh
buyback
yeah, we saw beginning of the season, didn't we? We saw
no buyback clause in that.
Ex-Arsenal as well, so he might get an hat-trick for my 3-0.
Well, I don't think it's going to be that deep, is it? You know what I mean? Because the one thing about it with us, it depends on what Chelsea turn up. But because one thing about it is, like, I've seen us play many different ways, and we play slowly sometimes at the beginning.
I
Or
hope you lose. I hope you lose.
Yeah.
I rate Jack Clark as well. That's another player.
Jack Clark, you rate him? All right. Well,
I hope you lose, and I'll pray to my altar. And
Brian Clough photo on it. Brian Clough, young man, written on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
I know.
Young man, Chelsea are not going to win tomorrow.
This lot of shit, son. This lot of shit. I can just imagine him saying that as well. Bloody hell. But yeah, look, Big up to everyone. Big up to everyone in the chat today. It's been a busy one. Big up to obviously Forest Ryu, Chelsea Sessions, DJ Crane. Obviously, TT's been in and out of there as well. CFC Gamer, nice to see you joining us,
big
bro.
up everyone in the
Big
chat.
up, bro. Big up Bargav as well. I see a couple of
Forest Roy, I've seen you in the chat, bro.
Yeah, Forest Right. Yeah, big up.
Forest Roy.
Anthony Claude Gunner. Oh, sorry, Anthony Hibbert as well. Sorry.
Anthony Herbert talking that he's
big up.
7-inch.
The 7-inch destroyer. I'm just trying to work out if I've missed anyone. Jerry Z, I believe. Big up to you as well. If I missed anybody, yeah, we've had Garvin as well. Rosie was in there a while ago. If I missed anyone, DJ Crane. That's it. Tooth fang extraction with the Ric Flair haircut. Woo! Woo! Yeah, you know what I mean? Yahoo! We got Dimes as well. Big up to you as well. And Chelsea,
Dimes.
here we go. Chelsea Blue as well. Big up to you as well. And Prime as well, of course, that was here earlier. And I think Deals has just dropped out. But yeah, me and JPT should be back tomorrow. Aces as well. Big up, brother. We should be back tomorrow after the Ipswich game. Hopefully, we'll have a good result. So, everyone, until then, stay safe. Good night. And we are out here. Peace, people.